Hello friends, we are going to put on and take off a belt from a ZD30 engine. That's the fan belt. That's the new one right there. And that's the old one. It's very thin because, and narrow, it's because it's being stripped away. So it needs to be replaced. It's a serpentine belt. Where I'm pointing to is where the tensioner is. There's a tensioner there that keeps the belt stiff. So really I want to have a power grip, but all I have is this simple spanner with a 19 socket. If you have a low profile power grip, power handle, that's the best thing. Because I have only this, I'm going to use a piece of galvanized pipe. This is a bit long, so I didn't want to cut it. So if you have something made up, that's just fine. But it takes a lot of strength to do this, and really, you're supposed to do it with two people. I'm by myself. So I'm going to show you how to do it if it's just you. As a default, you really want to get your mechanic to do this, a professional to do this. Don't try to do this by yourself because you could get hurt. You could get injured, especially trying to do it alone. Always default to a mechanic. However, if you like to go brave like me, well, then just watch what I do. So after putting the spanner on, I go anti-clockwise with one hand and try to pull the belt off. Usually by the side of the alternator, off of that pulley, which is the closest point to you. So once you tension goes to the left or anti-clockwise, it'll be easy to take it off. Now it looks fairly simple, but you really have to put some strength into it because playing around with that tensioner is not easy. Again, it's really supposed to be two people doing this. One person on the tension and the other person pulling off the belt. So you could see, get an idea where that socket went. And that's the old belt. It's a serpentine belt, by the way. I recommend taking a picture of how the belt was before you even mess with it, in case you're not sure how to put it back on. But don't worry, I have a front elevation view within this video to show you how the belt goes on and the best way to put it on. You'll notice my fan is still on. I've seen people take off the fan and take off a whole bunch of things to do this, but as you notice, it's not necessary. About the only thing I have off is my shroud, and even that could stay on if you have a power handle. Now it's pointing to the tensioner right now, and that's a soldered on nut. That's where you would place your socket. This is the crank pulley. That's where you would put the belt on first if you're putting it back on. You would start here, put it over the fan and then start there. Then pulling all the way, you would go around the belt tension pulley, which is where the arrow is pointing now, and go to your left around the water pump pulley. So that's how you would get it on without having to take off the fan. Next, while holding it on the top, you'll go to the bottom. That's where your compressor is. You would put it on your compressor, and your alternator pulley would be last. That's where you put tension on your tensioner. So you can see where I'm ready to put on the new belt. I put on my makeshift power handle. I'm just showing you how this can be done, right? These are not the proper tools, but I'm just showing you, you could be in an emergency, a belt bursts, and you need to do something. You're out in the outback, you're out on an adventure in the forest or whatever. And by the way, carry an extra belt with you, right? You can never know what happens. Always safe to have another belt in your canopy, in your truck somewhere, along with the spanner, and some kind of configuration where you could do this. Now you could see where I really put some energy into putting that belt back. It's not easy. Again, really two people should be doing this. So you can see where it's fitted on, and you can always refer to the schematic in the video again. So there I start my engine, and you can see the belt working well. If it looks kind of wobbly or strange, that's because the camera I'm using has a stabilizer and it tries to correct the movement. It almost makes the engine look like if it's riding on water. Anyway, I hope this video was good for you and that you learned how to deal with your ZD30 engine. Thanks for watching.